Hi, John Nyman again, and I hope that you enjoyed the first video that I sent you on the 5 principles that are just a must for you, a foundation for parenting skills and bringing some kind of harmony out of chaos in your homes. Today, I would like to share with you one of the 10 strategies that we put together that I actually use as I go into homes and I observe the homes and I try to evaluate exactly what this home needs to be able to bring some kind of sense to it and serenity, and to allow the parents and empower the parents, if you will, to gain control over the home again. These 10 strategies have been very effective, and I tried to pick the number one, the best one. What would be the number one secret for parenting if I could only give you one strategy and say, here's the strategy, take this one and use it, and it would be one of the most effective strategies that you could ever use in your life. Now, when I share this one with you, you may think that it's simplistic, but I want to tell you that it is one of the most powerful principles that we use in the strategy of helping families, and especially parents, regain control over their homes. Every child is born with an emotional tank. We all have emotions. We all need our emotional tank to be at least halfway full. It's probably practical and possible to be able to keep an emotional tank full. But if you can keep your child's emotions halfway filled up, you'll find that you'll have control to be able to lead and guide your children exactly where you want them. When we run on E, it doesn't matter if we're an adult or a child. We're going to be pinging off things. We're going to be bouncing off walls. We're going to be looking for something that we don't even know what we're looking for. All we know is inside we're out of control. Adults are able to control themselves a little more and not follow through with a lot of the feelings that they have, but children are not that way. So children are going to express their feelings, and when they're on E, they're going to be bouncing everywhere, and it's going to be very difficult to keep any kind of sanity in that home. You're going to want to pull your hair out, you're going to want to scream, and you probably are screaming. You're probably screaming and yelling at the children, trying to get them to settle down, trying to get them to stop, maybe asking the doctor to check their medicines and to get a better control over that. But this one secret, this one strategy will be very effective if you truly use it on a consistent basis. No strategy will work if you just do it once in a while. This strategy must be used on a daily basis, and it is so basic, and I encourage you, even in the simplicity of it, do not neglect this secret. The first thing to keep your child's emotional tank filled up, or at least above the halfway mark, is give them eye contact. Your children will feed off of your eyes. You communicate your energy to your children through your eyes. They need eye contact. If your child is not one to look at you in the eye, then you need to be able to get around so that they can see your eyes. But daily eye contact is imperative. And not just once. When you get them up in the morning, when you come home from work, when you're eating, when you're talking to them, when you're doing homework, get eye contact. Let them feed off of your eyes, because they're going to gain strength. They're going to feel secure. They're going to feel warm inside by your eye contact. Give them good quality eye contact. The second one is meaningful touch. Your children need to be touched. It is a proven scientific fact. They've done study after study of children who are touched and nurtured by the warmth of the hands of a loving mother, a loving father, and children who are neglected and are not touched. So give your children meaningful touch. It could be just a touch on the arm, a touch on the head. It could be a nice hug. When they're hurting, hug. Maybe your child doesn't like to be touched, and there are children who do not like to be touched. But give them as much touch as you possibly can so that they feel the warmth, so that you communicate your energy to them. And then the third one, to help keep your child's energy level up and their emotional tank filled up, is to give them quality time. You need to spend time with them. We're not talking hours of time here. We're talking quality time. Give them some time in the morning before school. Give them time when you come home. We're talking 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes of time where you focus on them, where you might get down on their level, where you sit across the table and give them eye contact, where you pat them a little bit on the back and you give them some quality time. Even when you're doing the homework with them or whatever you're doing, tuck them in at night. Don't just tell them go to bed. You should take them to bed. Doesn't matter how old your children are. I took my children and I tucked them in, even in the teens. Take them to bed. Spend some time with them. So throughout the day, you're not sitting and spending hours of time with your children, but you are giving them moments of quality time from the time they get up, time they come home from school, or you come home from work, time that you're there at the home throughout the evening, and the time that you get them in bed. You're just giving them some of your time. You want to keep your children's emotional tank at least above the halfway mark. If you don't, you'll have a very difficult time controlling your home, controlling your children, and you'll find them bouncing off the walls and in chaos. Give them eye contact, give them meaningful touch, and give them quality time sprinkled throughout the day. You'll find that this strategy will pay off in the end if you're consistent at it. Thank you, and see you next time.